for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. And how about we check the numbers for Karl Anthony Towns?
And his three-point shooting has gotten a lot better over his last 10 games. He looks so much more comfortable from beyond. There's no doubt he's got the green light to let it fly whenever the shot's there for him.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Jackson is out there with Williams. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Tillman in at center. And for Minnesota, the wing set for him, Edwards and McDaniels. The two towering figures inside for him, Towns and Gobert. And it's Conley in at the one spot. Doris, what is it in particular about these teams that might make this an interesting game?
Well, I think you have to look at, Kevin, both of these teams understand how to execute in the half court. And by that, I mean, number one, they set really solid screens. They're willing to get to their second and third options, and they have creative playmaking. This should be great.
So the Timberwolves win the tip. And there's the pass to McDaniels. Now Towns. Another shot. The Grizzlies pull it in. Last time they met was in Memphis.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
Well, you have to believe the coaching staff made that a point of emphasis. Better aggressiveness, better intensity on the backboards.
So the Memphis Grizzlies able to put the first points up on the board. Picked them clean. One-on-one fast break. Here's Gilliard. 11 points for him in that last game against Golden State. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And he's proven he can make this shot. Jackson, the D has to respect his range better than that.
Greg, for a franchise like Memphis, is there a specific way they have to build?
Through the draft. I mean, they aren't going to get the huge A-list free agents, so you have to hit on your picks. You also have to keep your guys happy. Sign them to smart extensions.
Grizzlies off to a quick start here. Towns comes with a double team. Jackson from long range. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Edwards. And the rejection by Jackson. And it's Memphis on the break. There's Williams. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Memphis shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. After two consecutive first-round exits, Greg, the Timberwolves are looking to take that next step.
And with Anthony Edwards at the helm, I think they will soon. But you have to remember, he is only 22 years old. And when your star is that young, you typically have to endure some growing pains before breaking through.
And that's life above the rim, courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Pass to Jackson. That's in. He's got two made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Just nothing more you can do. Sometimes Jackson is going to score no matter how good the coverage is.
Conley with it. Guarded now by Jackson. And the dunk by Towns.
Oh, oops, the alley. A gorgeous delivery to Towns.
Assisted by Mike Conley.
Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Pass to Jackson from past the arc. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Timberwolves. It's a 3-point game. Outside Edwards. Gobert in the corner. Shot clock at 6. From the arc. Edwards can't hit.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
Passes to Kennard. Kept alive. Tillman. Outside for Jackson. Trapped Drops in the tray. Jackson's got his third bucket of the night.
Oh, quick thinking from Jackson. When he's rising and firing fast, you know he's in the zone.
Stolen. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. Hilliard's shot is good.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick two at the other end.
Now here's Conley. No scoring in this one. Can't cash in from close range.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And it's Williams finishing it off.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for McDaniels. Alexander Walker comes in for Edwards. And it's Jake Milton in for Mike Conley. Memphis also making some changes. Roddy's checked in, and it's Williams in for Williams. Now, here's Milton. He averages about 5 points a game. Here's Towns. Plays it up and banks it in.
I'll tell you this, nice play by Towns. This guy can get it done. Back to the basket or facing up, doesn't matter.
Milton against Pippen. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up a little more sense of urgency.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The Timberwolves shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
Jaren Jackson, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Santi Aldama comes in for Luke Kennard. Pippen against Milton. Pippen feeling it out a bit. There's the lob to Jackson. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Outside, Towns. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. It's been all about Jaren Jackson for the Memphis Grizzlies. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Right back after this break. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And taking a look at the Grizzlies' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
Edwards is out there with Shake Milton. Then there's Anderson. Then it's Naz Reid. And it's Alexander Walker in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Hey, Greg, gritty is a word that is often used to describe the Grizzlies team.
And I think it applies to this unit as well. These guys are all tenacious and hungry. They play every game with a healthy chip on their shoulder. They love to compete.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks very much. Well, John Morant might be right-handed, but he looks to drive left. When he was a kid, he broke his right arm flying off a trampoline. Now that arm is shorter, and actually, that right hand is smaller too. He says, that's why I dribble with my left hand. I'm able to control the ball better. In my head, I think I'm left-handed. Back to you.
Trade secrets, right, David? Hey, thanks for the report.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Memphis leading by 7. Outside Williams. And the foul called on Edwards. That's his first foul. Some changes for Minnesota. McDaniels comes in for Alexander Walker. And it's Mike Conley in for Shake Milton. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Outside Williams. Memphis moving that ball around. Releases. Here's Jackson. That shot off. Good D by Anderson. So it's the Timberwolves now. They trail by 7. Reed misses. Looking at Minnesota, they took the win in their last game against Detroit.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
It came down to execution. No wasted possessions, and that is absolutely essential trying to win on the road.
Good on the three-point shot.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
It's Edwards on the wing. He's guarded by Williams, and he gets it to go. 6 points for Anthony Edwards. And sports may be the ultimate meritocracy. Does it matter where you're from, Greg, your background? You got to have game, right?
Kevin, it's a beautiful thing. Some players grew up with a father in the NBA. Others were a world away. Either way, when you get here, you know you've earned it.
And here's Edwards after Jaren Jackson made that last three-pointer. Anderson kicks to Conley. Anderson with the screen for Conley. Popped up there for Anderson. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Well, Mike Conley specializes in reading the floor. This guy is an expert in pick and roll.
And the Grizzlies leading by 9. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Jackson down low. McDaniels defending. And rejection by McDaniels. Now here's Reed. He's tightly guarded. It's rebounded by Memphis. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Yeah, in that game, I thought they took advantage of some sloppy play, but give them credit. They turned mistakes into points.
Well, you have to capitalize when your opponent has miscues, and give this team some credit. Every time that opponent turned it over, they capitalized.
McDaniels. Williams with the defensive effort.
Boy, he's at the cup, but that is tremendous defense. Prohibit the lay-in without fouling.
Here's Gilliard, over by Conley. 5 on the clock. Pass to Gilliard. Lets the three fly. The Grizzlies with another miss.
And that's how you have to defend him out there on the three-point line. Played him perfectly.
Williams in the post. Edwards there. Back to Williams. A beautiful reverse layup. Williams has got 7.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Outside Edwards. Anderson outside. Back to Edwards. Anderson a screen on Williams. Here's Edwards. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Gobert checked in for the Timberwolves. Towns comes in for Anderson. Memphis also making some changes. Tillman's checked in, and it's Luke Kennard in for Williams. Here's Gilliard. Jackson has the open look. The Grizzlies with another miss. Here's Edwards. Oh!
My goodness. Oh, Anthony Edwards thinks this game is a dunk contest. Go ahead, young sir. What a finish.
The pass to Jackson. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Memphis. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. A good size advantage, and they'll look to increase it. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Come one, come all. The 2K halftime.
And that game against the Bulls, it'll be a challenge to see where they are now and where they need to be competitive.
Could be very educational and should be very entertaining. And now let's focus on our game. A strong first half for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Usually when you head to the locker room of the half, coach has something for you to improve upon. But what's a complete half of basketball, I'm surprised their lead isn't bigger.
Yeah, if I'm their coach, I have nothing to harp on.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, one half to go. It's been a clinic out there by Jaren Jackson.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Kicking off the second half, here's Taylor Jenkins' 5. Williams is out there with Jaren Jackson. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Tillman in at the center, filling out the middle. Now, here's Kennard. Scoreless thus far. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. And that'll be his third foul so far. So it's the Grizzlies now. They have a 9-point lead. Jackson passes to Kennard. Misses the 3.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to cement himself, Greg, as Minnesota's franchise player.
He is one of the best young players in the league with clear superstar potential. The future of the Timberwolves starts with Edwards.
And the Grizzlies leading by 7. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Edwards against Kennard. For 3, Williams. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. A kick out to Towns. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Hey, Greg, even by modern big man standards, Karl Anthony Towns can really shoot the 3.
Yeah, and the only center to win a three-point shooting contest. Towns has developed a terrific stroke, and he just shoots the ball as well as most of the guards in our league.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Pass to Kennard. Lets it go from deep. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Kennard's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Their first basket in 4 tries. Let's see if that basket gets them going. It can be contagious now. Outside
Edwards. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feet. Edwards got 11 points.
Oh, that is a stone-cold 3 by the Ant-Man.
Kennard against Edwards. Driving to the basket. Offensive rebound.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Well, if you want to pinpoint one thing about Mike Conley, it's his feel for the game. That's a pretty pass.
Here's Gilliard. Williams passes to Tillman. Rebound, Minnesota. Gobert's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And the rejection by Jackson. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And that is a huge block. Given how close this game is, a stop like that was right on point.
Shake Milton, he's checked in for Minnesota. And Memphis also making a switch. Waddy's checked in. McDaniels kicks to Milton. Now here's Towns. He's covered closely. And the layup's good off the glass. He's got 10.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Here's Gilliard. Here's Kennard. No good, unable to end this run. Kennard against Milton. Towns, high post. Towns is doubled. 5 to shoot. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. A shot by Milton, no good. Memphis has gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. Here's Gilliard, over by Conley. And again, Memphis, no good.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Milton finds McDaniel. Towns sets the pick for Conley. There's the lob to Towns. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Don't you love how Towns' hands are always ready to receive the pass? Terrific job on the pick and roll.
Here's Gilliard. 59 seconds left in the third. Passes it to Roddy. To the middle. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one is on Towns.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The Grizzlies shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Kyle Anderson comes in for Towns. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for McDaniels. And Anthony Edwards subbed in for Mike Conley. He's off on the second. And Doris, you were saying this about Kyle Anderson. He can give you a little bit of everything.
Kevin, he's one of those guys who provide shooting, defense, passing, playmaking, you name it. Short of that jack of all trades at the forward spot, this guy has always found minutes because his understanding of the game is elite.
Conchar can't get it to go. And it's Anderson with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. There's 18 seconds left in the third quarter. Pippen against Milton. Pippen kicks to Jackson. That falls nicely on the feed that time from Pippen. Jackson's got 16 points.
A big night for Jackson so far. He's a talented scorer and only getting better.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Memphis out in front. They lead by 2. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. They've got Shake Milton. Reid is out there with Kyle Anderson. Then there's Edwards. And it's Alexander Walker in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
Outstanding touch, boy. The floater is good for Anthony Edwards.
Memphis has gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Milton against Pippen. Here's Jackson. Anderson with the block. Milton against Pippen. Anderson outside. Over in the corner, Edwards. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession. Here's Pippen. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. There's the triple. Aldama can't hit.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Anderson with the screen for Milton. Pass to Alexander Walker. Over in the corner, Edwards. Just 5 to shoot. Inside, Reed. And the rejection by Jackson. Minnesota making a switch here. Gobert's checked in. The Grizzlies also making a change. Tillman's checked in. The Grizzlies shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. The kick out to Williams. The Grizzlies with another miss. Minnesota shooting 43% for the game. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. So much fun indoors to watch. Anthony Edwards on the floor. This kid is electric.
Kevin, this guy is part of the next generation of great players. When you look at the rising stars in this league, he's got to be near the top of that list. Unbelievable offensively, 3-level scorer, and a guy who will get down and dirty on the defensive end.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Kyle Anderson. And Mike Conley is subbed in for Shake Milton. Here's Gilliard. Here's Tillman. Shot clock at 5. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Tips it up. Great positioning on the putback. Tillman's got the game tied up here for the Grizzlies.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Now here is Conley, and stolen by Williams. Gobert with the block.
Boy, whenever Gobert is out there, he will make you think about shooting near the rim. This guy's such a good shot blocker.
Conley with it, guarded now by Jackson. Towns is doubled.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Kennard against Edwards.
When you're an offensive shooter, you have to be willing to work on the defensive end. Kennard making it tough.
6 to shoot. Here's Edwards. A second chance effort. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Rudy Gobert is so competitive. Doesn't want to let a big moment go by. Nicely done.
Memphis trailing here. There's 1:54 left here in the fourth quarter. The pass to Jackson. And there's the drive, and the shot is good.
And that's a player with no fear. Jackson steps to the forefront, goes out and gets them a massive bucket.
Now here's Conley, guarded closer. Feeds it to Towns. Stolen by Jackson, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's his first foul. And it's Williams with the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. To the inside. Oh, and they take the lead. Jackson's got 20 points. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
And also, guys, the tenacity they've shown on the defensive end has been something else. Look at how many blocks they've tallied thus far.
Now here's Jackson. Towns with the defensive effort. And they're moving it up. Here's Edwards. It's good. A huge shot to tie it up.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Here's Gilliard. It's stolen by Edwards. And pushing it up again is Minnesota. Again in transition.
When your stars shine bright in the toughest moments, Towns the look of a superstar.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. They're trailing by 2. 43 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And now let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I caught Taylor Jenkins' message to his team. Now they preached the little things in the huddle. They asked their team to battle on those 50-50 balls. One extra possession could be all the difference. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David.
And that is quickly becoming Jackson's domain. He's such a strong finisher in the paint.
Now here's Conley. He's guarded close. Kicks it to Towns. It's Edwards on the wing. Towns, a screen on Kennard. Edwards dishes to Conley. Pocket four. Takes it inside. Yes!
Well, Mike Conley's a veteran. What confidence, what clutch play. Nicely done.
Timeout called. The Grizzlies. They're down by 2. 11 seconds left to play in the final quarter. What do you think, guys?
And they've got plenty of time to get a basket.
Well, they've got to be aggressive, guys, because the defense doesn't want to foul here.
Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Five seconds left in the game. Deflects the pass. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. Here we go. They've got Jackson. So Williams out there, and it's Kennard in at the 2 guard. Here's Jackson. From 8 feet away, he drops it in. Jackson's got the first basket here in overtime for the Grizzlies. The Timberwolves trail. Edwards looking it over. Towns sets the pick for Edwards. And the dunk by Towns.
Really nice decision-making by Anthony Edwards. If you're going to play in the NBA, you've got to read off pick-and-roll action.
Pass to Kennard. Passes it to Jackson. Back to Kennard. Takes a 3. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. The Timberwolves shooting 47% from the floor. Getting it done. That's good from Edwards on the assist by Towns. Edwards got the lead up to 2 now for Minnesota.
Oh, the young gun, Anthony Edwards with the big-time delivery.
Here's Gilliard. Rebound, Minnesota. Conley with it. It's Edwards on the wing. Back to Conley. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Gobert with a screen for Edwards. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 4 rebounds in this game. To the paint. Here's Kennard. Gobert with the block. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here. A little over a minute and a half gone now here in overtime. Here's Gilliard, over by Conley. 6 on the shot clock. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one is on Towns.
At the stripe, Jackson, more than capable. But can he do it when it matters most?
And so Jackson nails both of them.
And you just knew he wasn't going to miss that one. Not with so much riding on it.
Just about 2 minutes in now to this overtime period. What a game. And finished off by Gobert.
Gobert is not fazed by these moments. He wants to be the man.
Grizzlies have gone 1 of 4 from the field in the overtime period so far. Down low, Jackson, money!
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 4 on their field goal attempts since the beginning of overtime. Now Conley, outside, Towns. Conley scanning the floor. Just 5 on the clock. Count it!
Well, the 7-footer Gobert, the alley-oop finish. My goodness, the stifle tower with the score.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. They trail by 2. We've got 33 seconds left to play in OT, and this battle continuing. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
That could be costly. When the game is hanging in the balance, the last thing you can afford is to turn it over.
And that's an intentional foul. And now they decide to foul intentionally. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
Anthony Edwards has all the skill and attributes to be one of the best in the league. But these are the moments, if you're going to be in that company, you've got to make foul shots.
You know, I don't believe in the word choke, but to come away empty right there is brutal. This game would have been over.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. So the first one drops, and that narrows the gap to 1. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
You can't have any more pressure on you than he had at the line right there. Shows you what he's made of as he's able to tie it up.
Conley, the pass to Edwards. It falls!
We know this about Anthony Edwards. He is fearless in these moments. That's a big-time clutch delivery.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. They're trailing by 2. 3 seconds left in overtime. Guys, your thoughts?
And they actually could take a 3 here and go for the win if they want to. I think they'll try and send it to overtime. The defenders don't want to foul in this situation, so you should be able to get a good look inside.
And so it's the Timberwolves who come out on top here. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, but things finally came together for them in overtime.
Yeah, probably didn't anticipate that this one would be that close down the wire, but give them credit. They were able to regroup in that overtime, and this win has to feel satisfying.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Rudy, your impact on the game defensively, always something to watch. What's your approach at that end?
Just try to win games, you know, and my teammates put a lot of trust in me, being aggressive on the balls and try to be aggressive at the rim. And, you know, when we play as a team like we do tonight, it's tough to beat us.
You were in full stifle tower mode tonight, man. Congrats. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. As we leave you with our New Balance Player of the Game, Anthony Edwards.
Make your hell gaming.